So hi everyone, welcome back to Brook Valley Life, or hello for the first time. Brook Valley Archery again today. And if you've been watching the channel, you would have seen that I've done a video on how to get into compound target archery, 3 different ways for cheap price. Not going for your flagship bows and spending anywhere between $2,000 to $4,000, if not more, on your equipment. And being able to win competitions with it as well. This video, we're going to look on the recurve side, ways of getting into target recurve shooting. A budget way. I won't say a cheap way, I'll say a budget way. I've got 3 bows that I want to show you, and we're going to go through the same thing again. We're going to show you the really, really cheap way in. We'll show you the second-hand way to go in, and we'll show you the Chinese version way to go in, so you can save money, so you can buy all your peripherals and all stuff like that. So stay with me. We'll go outside, we'll set everything up, and I'll show you the 3 different ways that we could get into target recurve shooting on a budget. So here we are outside. It's a bit of a grey, drizzly morning. I'll try and get through this without getting too wet. Yeah, so recurves. 3 ways of getting in to the target recurve arena. I just hope it doesn't rain too heavily. So, the first thing I'm going to say to all you recurvers out there, get yourself a decent tab. If you're starting, get a decent one. Something that fits your hand nicely, and it's your one of 2 points of contact with the bow. The first is a grip, second your tab, so you need to get those 2 right to begin with. Now I've got a target up there. I'm not worried where these go because I've just thrown these bows together. One I don't have the right spine arrows for. The other 2, one I've never shot for, or haven't shot for a long time. The other one I've put together, put a few arrows through, but that's about it. So the first way of getting into target archery, recurve target archery, so the Olympic recurve, and that is a training bow. This is a Roland. It's only got 22 pound limbs at 28 inches. These, you can get different ones of these limbs. I think they're upgraded now. The plastic, a lot of hardware. It's a molded grip, molded riser. It's only like 23, I think it is, inches. It's quite short. Fast flight string. This is what my daughter used to shoot when she was about 13. And she shot really well with this. Now, as I said, I don't have the right arrows for this. I should be like a 1400 spine, and the lowest I've got is 800. But we'll shoot it anyway. I've got a cheap Cartel sight on here, which is really good, and a really cheap Cartel stabilizer. So if you want to start, a brilliant way of getting your kids in. And these limbs aren't too expensive. You can change them out as you get stronger and stronger, and then go into a proper metal riser, proper ILF limbs, or if you want to go formula that way. Either way, it's the way to do it. So we'll put a few arrows through. Now it's not going to hit very well there because they're going to be wobbling all over the place, but it's just to show you that it can shoot, and I know it does shoot well. So let me just start the cameras. So there we have all the cameras rolling, one behind, one on the target. As I said, this thing can go anywhere. I'm using my 800 spine arrows. Yep. You'll notice there's no button. It's just a stick-on Hoyt Super Rest. The brace height's all wrong. Doesn't matter. This is just to show you that these do work, and they can work quite well. It feels quite nice in the hand. It's light. Great for a kid to start if they want to. It's like these are going around a corner. No sound hardly, very little vibration. Great way for your kids to get into recurve target archery. And as I said, my daughter shot this when she was 13. She's now 30. So it shows you how old she is. How well this has gone over the years. The Roland starter bow. Yeah, it's a good little bow. There's lots of different other ones out there that you can try, but this, not a bad little bow. Right, let me get my arrows. So the next way of getting into recurve target archery is the second-hand way. Again, like the compound I did. Yep, you can pick up second-hand limbs quite easily. The risers, there are some out there, and it's a good way to get in because the metal risers are going to last and last. This is a Hoyt Nexus from 2008. These are Hoyt G3s, again from 2008. I bought these as a package with these stabilizers, Biter stabilizers. These are still available now, and the Sherlock sight. So this is quite a good setup. The foam limbs, £38. That is the only issue, is getting the right poundage for you. There's I've seen lots of limbs out there that are quite heavy. You do not want to start that way. You want to start the lighter end. I would say £30 from an adult, good way to start for kids. £22, maybe a bit less. But just to show you, after nearly 20 years, this thing can still shoot fantastically. And again, I just put this quickly together in the garage because I haven't shot this thing for 11, 12 years. It's a nice bow. There's very little vibration. It sits beautifully. It's a great bow. Big thing to remember, your size and the length of the bow. This is a 70-inch bow, 25-inch riser with long limbs. That's what I like, or what I used to like. 68 I found was just a bit too, not what I wanted. Smoother, I prefer a smoother draw. Great bow. I love this bow, always have done. This is one of the first bows that came with inbuilt dampening. Now you see them all nowadays and saying that, the Chinese are copying Win and Win because they put it in their bow and all this type of thing. Well, Hoyt had this over 20 years ago. So yeah, everyone's doing everything. What I have done to the bow, changed the grip, put a Archery grip on, and that is just a 3D printed grip. I can make my own on this. And yeah, it's a great little setup. Now, I'm not going to put prices for this because I don't really know them. But you could be talking well under $1,000 Kiwi to get a full setup like this, if you buy from the right places. So this is a Hoyt setup, second-hand. You can't go wrong. Always check them out first. And as I said, the big things to remember for your recurvers is one, the tab, get one that you like, and second is the grip, because it's where you're touching the bow. So let me get these arrows, and as you can see, I've just lobbed this together. It's nowhere near sighted in, it's nowhere near set up correctly, and that'll be another video. So let me get my arrows. So we've looked at the two first methods. First one, the really cheap starter setup. It works. It will get you shooting and getting you into the right technique. It's nice and light, so it's not going to hurt you. Second, you're looking at second-hand. Yep. Always check over your equipment if you're buying it secondhand. Make sure it fits you okay. Make sure the limbs aren't too heavy, especially for recurve, because if you get the wrong limbs, you will damage yourself and you will give up straight away. The peripherals on that, as I said, they're all old. You can buy very, very good new stuff for the same price. That is top-notch stuff. In the day, that was flagship stuff. Nowadays, it's still good. It will still shoot and it will still win you stuff. It all comes down to technique with recurve. You could shoot this bow, an excellent shooter with the Roland could outshoot a crap shooter with top of the range stuff. Always goes that way. So the final way, and as we did with the compound, we are looking not at the big brands, not the Hoyts, not the Fivics, not the Win and Win, none of those, or the MK. We are looking Chinese, because they're the best deals you can get at the moment. And here we have, this is the Nika ET20 Tectonic. Now I've got a few Nika bows, as you may know. This one I got because I wanted to try a bit longer bow. This is a 27-inch riser. I really love the look of this bow. Now I have been shooting the Stella, which is ET15, and that's got dampers in, but this shoots just as well. It comes with everything you need. It's got a tunable plate just here where I can move my button and the arrow rest up and down so I can get my my knocking point perfect. So I can whip these on, move that up and down, perfect. I'm shooting the Nika the N3 Pro limbs. Now I've got the N3s and the N3 Pros. I would always say go for the N3s. N3 Pros are good, but for the extra price, go for the N3s. They're fantastic limbs. If you like a smooth limb, perfect. So this is a 72-inch bow. All I've got is some toe point Top-X stabilizers. They're quite cheap. A Cartel damper, a Nika button, a Nika carbon clicker, and the only thing of any price here is the sight, which is a Shibuya sight. I was shooting a lot of recurve, so I went to this sight from the Sherlock because that was rattling a bit. This thing is, you get what you pay for, trust me. This is good. I'm shooting Nika 3.2mm arrows. That was for all of them. Yeah, so we'll put a few through. Again, I've just whacked this together. Hopefully it will shoot okay, but we shall see. And we're only at 10 meters, so it's not that bad. There's no vibration. There's a little bit of a hum. It's just so smooth. It is heavy. I guess it's that extra weight of the metal on a 27-inch riser. Now, I haven't shot recurve in about 3 months, but this is just lovely. And considering I've just chucked the limbs on and given it a shoot, I'm impressed. Hopefully I've not smashed a knock. Yeah, so new bow, new limbs, and it will be virtually the same price as your second-hand flagship bow from 20 years ago, maybe even cheaper. It's a fantastic setup. It's well made. I know you guys in America most probably won't be able to get this due to your political stuff going on, especially with the tariffs and stuff like that, but you're missing out. But you guys in Europe, and girls of course, You're going to love these bows if they come to you, because they're a real decent price. I know a lot of people in Europe are looking at the Kinetics. They're a great bow. This is a great bow. Yeah, you can't go wrong with them. And for bare bow, the ET15B or even the ET11, I think it is. Yeah, a lot of people are getting massive scores with those bows. But yeah, how to get into recurve target archery. And again, what I have done with this one is actually adjusted the grip so it fits me perfectly. I think that's why it's getting so good at that end. So hope you've enjoyed this video. It's just a quick showing you, like I did with the compound, 3 different ways of getting into target archery with a recurve. The cheap starter bow, yep, they're good, they'll get you going. However, it'll get you to a point where you won't get any better, but it'll be able to get your form right, and that is one of the big things. You can go secondhand. Yeah, you can find a secondhand bow that you like, pick it up, and with recurve, if you can get a damn good riser, that riser will last you 25 years, even longer, which is what I've got there. I know some people are still shooting the old gold medalist and even the Yamaha bows from right back in the day. These things nowadays, the Chinese are coming out with so many of these bows. They're fantastic, they're well made, using good materials, and all the peripherals on them are great as well. I think a few of mine have got titanium bolts going in there, so there's no rusting going on. They make them lighter. But this is the 27-inch ET20 Tectonic, and I love it. I just love that extra smoothness. So I can put a set of 38-pound limbs on there and they'll shoot 36-pound for me, or I can wind it up and get the full thing. As I said, hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please hit like, subscribe, everything else YouTube wanted to do. Keep shooting, it's the only way you're going to get better. And I might shoot this for a bit longer and set this bow up properly, and I'll do a video of me setting this up from the beginning as I should. I will catch you next time. Bye bye for now.